Hello, assalamualaikum. Good evening. I would have to say good morning. It's actually 1 a.m. I just realized it's 1:15 a.m. here in Kuala Lumpur, and I'm still wide awake. And that's because I just had coffee in the middle of the night, and I'm also doing some work and looking through some of my administration that I can't do during the day. And as I want to talk and share with all of you here in this group today is on the importance of resilience. And not many of us are able to, we say, oh, we got to be resilient, especially in these volatile times. People say about it, and then they think that complaining about things and analyzing what's going on in the world right now will keep them strong, but it's not the case. What you got to do first, why I have this love and respect leadership framework that I'm doing, is to start that resilience, to start that self leadership within yourself. You got to work on the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit. And a lot of times people get so like sensitive or offended by small things like what people say, what people hurt their feelings and emotions. And if that cannot be even managed, how are you going to be resilient in these volatile times, things that are happening around in the world today? And I am working on a couple of things that I believe is going to be really important, especially in these times. And if you notice, some of the things that I do, I don't really talk so much about business and you know uh, personal grooming and all that. I start showing things like horseback archery, and it's all to invite each and every one of you here as well to get past certain blocks in your mind that you may have about what you are able or not able to do. And this is something I tested on myself. I started horse riding and horseback archery 5 years ago, and I'm 55 this year, and I have tested on myself as well. I've fallen many times, I've gotten up many times, and I've started to learn and improve. And I'm not, like, I would say, very very good at what I do on with horses or archery. I'm still learning. I'm always on that learning curve. But I found that I could lead myself better and not get affected by what other people do or say. And one other thing that I also realized about the transformation that I felt about myself is the boundaries that have decided. I have decided, and I know what my rights are. I know what I don't have to give in all the time, and I do believe in the power of giving, and but I also believe there must be a receiving. It's not just giving, but it's also receiving, and I have started this my boundaries this year, that I am receiving what I am meant to receive. I will receive. And a couple of days ago, things that I thought was impossible. I got some things that I had to pay. I didn't have that amount of money, but the resilience, the belief, the faith that I have trained myself to do with my mindset, I've started to manifest things a lot faster, alhamdulillah. And this is something that I would like all of you to be able to receive energetically. Be in that state of manifestations and abundance and receiving, and uh, not feeling, not having to be obligated to do something that is not meant for you, or what you don't feel that is aligned with your your values or your beliefs. I would also like to invite you to test yourself, to move towards things that you never thought that you could do, but you want to do. All right. Now, a couple of things this year that I see that's happening, and I've also identified some work that needs to be done in individuals right now. I I still believe that you need to work on your global connections. That's really important. So I will be doing some more global connecting with people with similar values around the world. I strongly believe in that. I believe in the self leadership. That is you working on yourself to enhance and strengthen your body, your mind, your heart, and spirit, especially the abundance mindset, the money mindset, the physical, your physique, your emotional management, and your spirituality. Elevate that spirituality and that faith, and understand your responsibilities as a human for people and planet. What are your responsibilities for your family? What do you have to do for your family? That is also very important. If you cannot fulfill your responsibilities to your own family, how are you going to hold responsibilities for other people in your community as well, and also holding responsibility for yourself? And that's why working on yourself and taking care of the people in your care, like your family, is really, really important. Yeah. And the other thing that I will also be addressing is the importance of creating your own food, right? And I know a lot of times now people are complaining, oh, AI is taking over their jobs. A lot of my work is not needed anymore. I've got bills to pay. I've got all of these expenses still, and prices are going high. Now, a couple of things that needs to be done with issues like this. Number one, of course, it is your money mindset. Work on creating that income, elevating the income. You've got to also know what is currently going around in the economy right now that would need your products and your services, or something that you can create to serve the economy at this point in time, right? If you're running your business or you're still doing the same things you were doing 10 years ago, you will not be creating that income. You've got to start to work on new skills or new products and services, or what you already have in your own work and your own life and your own business and your own talents that you can start creating, that the people need this current moment. Yeah. So this is something that I work with my clients on. And if you'd like to get in touch with me and see how you can work with me, do connect with me. Send a DM, and we'll see how we can support you on that. Yeah. So start creating and elevating your income in these times that is going through this major transformation in the world, right? And number two is, okay, so if you cannot get a job at this moment, and you want to buy things, and you need especially things like food and water and a shelter, right? What can you do now to start creating that? Now, creating a shelter, creating water is not something that I can help you at the moment, right? Because it is something that we can work with you on the steps to do some research in wherever it is in your location that you can actually start to get a property like that, yeah, or you can move or something, but it will take some time. The thing that you need to apply right now is to be able to know what kinds of food you can start growing from home. So, in case, God forbid, that you cannot afford or cannot find food and all that, you have them in your balcony, on your balcony. You have them in your backyard. You have them in your flat. These are things that would actually help you when you start to grow your own food. Yeah. And this is something I will be starting on this coming year. And we first start with the first step, which is on your mindset, your inner strength. You've got to get that aligned first. So next week, I will be doing 3 days on your health and wellness masterclass. It is going to be 3 days, and it is going to be daily application that you can start applying. And it will be on at 9 p.m. Singapore and Malaysia time. And on in the poster that I have, there are other times there, like in the US, it's going to be in the morning for you. If you're in Saudi Arabia, it's going to be in the afternoon. If you're in Asia, it's going to be in the evenings. So I'm doing the best where, at least it's the time where I'm still awake, you're awake, we can all connect with one another, and we will be addressing your mindset, your stress management, and as well as how to increase your health and wellness, especially in this volatile, uncertain, ambiguous, and complex times. Yeah. And this is so critical right now. This is not something that, oh, I wish I get more time, or I wish, I had, when I have the money, then I'll invest. Go and create that money right now. Okay. So that is how I'd like you to start increasing that resilience within yourself. Start creating money. Find ways to start creating money so that you can come into this masterclass. It's only $99. And some of you may already have it easily. Some of you, okay, you don't have that in your budget. Go and find the money, or find ways that you can create that money. And you know what? Maybe I will come up with a manual on how you can start creating instant money. I've done that many times, so I'll do it. I'll do that one for you. But before that, I'd like to encourage you to go and find ways. If there is a will, there will always be a way, right? Get into that masterclass. Get sponsored into that masterclass. If you have to pay it with your own money, that is the best, because then you will want to know how you can actually get your return on investment after you have invested in that. That I notice when people actually invest and they pay through their own efforts to find the income or the money to actually invest, they get the results. Compared to people who say, oh, I don't have the money, I can't join. Or I don't have the time, I can't join. They do that. And I see, like, many years later, they're still struggling. They still cannot afford to support their families. They're still, in that the broke mindset. And that is not what we want in our lives. This is not what we want to be in our lives, especially the kind of reputation that you're going to leave behind, especially in these times. What kind of person do you want to be known as? This is so important. So I will be addressing all of this during the masterclass. So come and join that stress management and health and wellness masterclass. Is going to help you so much. It's going to help you help other people so much, especially if you're a coach and trainer as well. And you know that, during these times, people are not investing in your training. What can you do? So these are things that I would like to work with all of you on. Let's not be one of those people who feel that, oh, I am helpless, I'm nobody, I can't do this, I'm a small person. Let's not be one of those people, because you cannot afford at this point in time to be one of those people, right? And I trust that the people in my community are all change makers, are all amazing people. And I know some of you personally, and I know you are all amazing people. Let's come out, let's unite, let's contribute, let's add value. Let's be able to give and receive our worth. Do not be afraid to charge some for your value, but make sure that you deliver your value, right? And I would like to work with you as well on how you can actually, create that income that you would like for your family, for yourself, and start transforming lives. The world is going through a lot of change right now. We cannot keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. We got to start with ourselves to start changing our whole mindset if that is not fitting with what is happening in the world today. We've got to change our physique as well when it is not aligned with what is happening in the world today, and you're not going to be, when you won't feel like you can adapt to this changing environment. Let's transform ourselves. Because if you can still walk, you can still talk, you still have shelter, you still have water, you have you have food, and you have internet, you're one of those privileged and very wealthy ones, right? So let's start to develop that even further, grow it further, add value to others, start creating your own communities, and let's make the world a better place, right? So DM me if you'd like any some guidance to where is that you want to go and see if we're a fit to work together. But I would like you all to come and attend on the 14, 15, 16, if I'm not mistaken. That it's going to be next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I would like all of you to come and be a part of that training, because it's going to be an amazing session for all of us. And I'd like to get to know each and every one of you better. It's on the 14th, 15th, 16th of April, and it's going to be 9 p.m. It's going to take 1 hour, maximum 1 hour and a half. If there are questions and answers, if there's someone sharing or some ideas and ahas that I have, I will be adding on to that program. It's going to be 9 p.m. Malaysia, Singapore time, 4 p.m. in Saudi Arabia, 8 a.m. in US. It's most likely Eastern time, and 5 p.m. in Oman and in UAE if you're based there. Yeah. So with that, lots of love and respect, everyone. I wish you all the best. I pray for everyone's safety, success, and you start thriving in these uncertain times. Doesn't mean that you're going to suffer. It doesn't mean that when there are problems in the world or challenges in the world that you will be the one suffering. If you can still live, breathe, you have water, you have food, you have shelter, you are one of the privileged ones, and you have internet. Let's do this for good. Let's really work together to elevate your income, your mindsets, your physique, and come to the masterclass on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of April. We'll be sharing a lot more on that. Yeah. Don't do the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It's time for you to really make that transformation. And I trust you can all achieve whatever it is that you hope to achieve in your life, in your dreams, in your mindsets, in your physique. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Bye. Love and respect.